And we are live. Okay, so apparently I didn't click that button fast enough, but I am getting better. I'm going to end up incorporating all of this in here so that way I can put on the best way I possibly can and do a good show for everybody because that's what you deserve. So, what do we got here? We do have the 5x5 coming in, so thank you, STP. But let's go ahead and go back up to the top because also STP is first. And thank you for that. Smash the like button. Always much appreciated. As well as Miss Susan, second. Very, very good to come in second. That's usually my place, the 2IC part in there. And then, of course, I had to jump in because you both beat me to my own chat room. So, who else do we got? And then I saw this. So, everybody, there's a little bit of an update for Miss STP herself. Prayers for you. I hope good health and that things turn around and you do get better and healed. So, we are definitely thinking about you. Let's see who. Oh, no, I love this one too. Anything we can do to help. I love that right there. That right there is a blessing for everything. I've got some different things to share for this one. This one's going to be kind of an interesting, kind of fun live stream. So we will see how this one goes, and I'll kind of fill it in as we go through here. But that rural family that touches the heart. Um, let's see who else do we got. Dun 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 dun. And there's another one I do. Let's go. And we got Mr. JS Genesis Designs is in the house until the signal drops again. I absolutely, Mr. JS Genesis is up in Alaska right now. So jealous, my friend, but I hope that you're having a great time. Bring back plenty of pictures. You are going to be my next guest on here. So you be prepared for that, my friend. And of course, Texas 308 by 308. It is always a great time to have you here, which I get checked up on, and that means a lot. That whole thing, I get various emails. I get pretty good amount of questions and different things from different people, and then I have got a couple that I will address. And then I got some really kind of heartfelt ones that really came at much needed times that I want to do a mention of. Who else do we got? So we got Off Grid Master still taking homeless precious metals. Thank you for being the OG mod. And Divinely Blessed, Shalom. Thank you for stopping on down. Who else do we got in here? Did I say hi to everybody? Yes, getting stormed out. We had some really, really crazy weather, which Texas did send me an email to check up. Usually, when I have some strong weather, Texas Raider checks up on me. We got some strong winds, some hail, really, really heavy rains and whatnot, but we lucked out again. The heaviest stuff went north and south of us and kind of split, but we are good. So, very good on that. Hopefully, the fan next to me is not doing too much to the audio. Okay, so everybody is saying hi. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to start off with emails. We'll go with the fun ones first. So I put out the one video where we talked about my opinion, and I made sure to stress my opinion on what was going on with the Israel and Iran sort of events that's going on over there. I gave my opinion. Somebody disagreed with me. By all means, we're all adults, right? If you disagree, tell me you disagree. Walk me through it. After the 6 or 7 starting off sentences of telling me how dumb and stupid I am, I had to start scrolling to find out if there was substance to that email, and there really was none. I try and give everybody their fair chance. Maybe you're just, I triggered something, you got a little heated, you got a little bit emotionally invested into it. But it was 80% to tell me that I was very incorrect and, all this other stuff. So my thing, which, we got to say hi, Miss Amy. I am so sorry. Our internet was horrible during the storm. I missed your live stream. I missed Dale's live stream. So I apologize. I will go back and rewatch. Um, but we're all adults. If you disagree, tell me you disagree. Let's talk about it. We can agree to disagree. And I actually had somebody email me that disagreed as well, but we went back and forth like adults do, and we discussed everything out. We still disagree, but at least we're on the same page of an understanding, and that's what you need, especially during something like this. Uh, you need that disagreement to make sure that you're seeing different sides of points of view or whatnot. And then there was some other ones or whatnot, and we'll get off of those. But again, like I got checked up on by Texas, and then JS Genesis was blessing me with some pictures of him up there enjoying Alaska, which really got my jealousy going because I'd love to be up there and having some fun. And then I got an email from Caleb House. And Caleb House wanted to let me know that, yes, Caleb House contest is still going on. I do want to stress that out. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this right here to anybody that happens to pop on in to remind them, in which we had 3 contestants enter. The one contestant actually asked if they could drop out because they only donated the $1 minimum. They didn't feel like that $1 was worth a prize. I told them no. You entered, you're entered. Then they said no, if they do win, that they want to donate it back. All that. So we'll see. As of right now, technically, we have 3 prizes and 2 entries. So if you want to be in the contest, all you got to do is make a donation. But going back, Caleb House did say that there was another small YouTube channel that ended up watching the Caleb House video and wrote to Caleb House saying that they were inspired by my video and that they're going to be doing their own contest themselves. So it's great, it was heartfelt that I inspired somebody, to do something along the lines of what we're doing here. So there was a lot of blessings that came my way in the form of emails and different other things. So I want to say thank you for all that. Anybody that reaches out, I usually get back pretty quickly. Always feel free to reach out. You can just say hi. Sometimes you just need to vent and you just want to tell me something. Sometimes you want to show me a couple of pictures, share a success, a failure, any of that. By all means, my email is always open, in which I will take and put that right there. There is my email. If you guys want to get a hold of me for any reason, for whatever, there is the email. All right, so going back, let's see, who else do we got? You got anybody new? I saw Susan there. There are debates, and then there is my way. Absolutely. Let's see. Yep, great news about Caleb House. We love Caleb House. I'm going to actually send a email out to Caleb House because them and Refuge Medical and everybody, they're all owned by Bear from Bear Independent. And so I'm going to see if maybe I can get somebody from Caleb House to come on and do a show with me, so that way we can really let somebody go into it. The same with Refuge Medical. I think with everything that's going on, I think medical is going to become a very big need that I think a lot of people think a couple of dollars from the Dollar Tree and they can perform heart surgery, and that's just not the case. So hopefully I'm still good. I probably got a little bit choppy. Let me see if I can fix that. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I think that's a little fixed. Okay. Let's see. Did you get a package yet? I have not, but I have not gone down to my post office. Actually, I plan on going tomorrow. So if you sent me a surprise, I will see it tomorrow. In which, if I'm not mistaken, hang on. If you notice, right next to that wrench, right next to Leonard Mountain Homestead, there is that little circle, as well as right there with Texas Raider. Those two are channel members for the $1 a month. And if I'm not mistaken, I think you guys have special emojis that nobody else has. So if you guys see that and know how to use it, I'd be curious to see what that looks like. Who else do we got? We got Dead End Homestead. Welcome. Thank you. I think I remember you from last week. So awesome for you to stop back and join us again. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. It would be awesome if Bear would come on with the baby. I don't know. He's a very, very busy man. And actually, I know I've got a little bit of catching up to do. I don't know. Has he brought the baby on? Has he shown the baby yet? Um, but that would be interesting. That'd be very, very interesting. Oh man. I wonder if it does it. Oh, see, it's doing the logo thing. I wonder if I'm gonna does it show up for you guys? Because that's all it shows up for me is some words. Oh, okay. Dun dun dun. I'm sorry. I am on during milking time. I am sorry. I have tried to choose the best time, and it seemed with everybody, it seemed like this is the perfect time to go on. Um, I do apologize if you miss. There is always replay crew, so if you watch this on the replay, make sure that you drop something down in the chat to let me know that you are on hashtag replay crew. So, oh, you guys can see it. Okay, I'll have to go back and rewatch it so I can see the logos show up. Awesome. All right. So let's do a little bit of talking. And let me see if I change it to that and go to this and this thingy here. Let's see if I remember how to do this. And click. All right. So if you guys have not seen, right there is the breaking news 17th century stock exchange building in the Copenhagen burnt down. So that is the historical landmark that is in Denmark there. Caught fire. There's a lot of different things going on about this. As you can see, it was built in 1625, and all the smoke that was billowing up as this thing basically just kind of came in. There was a lot of talk into this because of the way that it was kind of done on a certain date or whatnot. So we'll see. I just want to make sure that you guys did end up seeing something along those lines. So there is that. Let's see. Da, da, da. Let me see if I can bring up the other thing that I wanted to bring up. I told you this is going to be a huge learning curve for me. So let's see that and there. Okay, so here's another one. So the IMF has issued a warning to the United States that its huge budget deficit is fueling inflation and posing a quote significant risk to the global economy. Wow, isn't that just nifty, right? Wow. Who would have thought that doing all of that and going huge into debt was a bad thing, right? I mean, does anybody know that we're in a bad way with everything that's going on in the economy? And right there. Thank you, Susan. Sums it up. Well, duh. That's what happens when you print a bunch of money, go into a huge amount of debt, because everybody in the world is agreeing the U.S. is not good for it. They're not going to pay it back. So yes, and there's another one. Man, Susan's got the ringers tonight. Gorgeous building. It definitely was. It definitely was. And of course, yes, yeah. But that's Bear's line. What is that? Is it "We're all going to die Wednesday"? I think is what his title of his show is. Um, all right, I'm going to keep on a roll here. Let me see if I've got the next one up. Because again, I'm on a huge learning curve with this whole technology thing. Let's see. You click on that and that. And here's the next one. So this just in for earlier today. The United Nations, the UN, is going to vote tomorrow, Thursday, for Palestine's bid to become a full member state of the UN. Wow. Wouldn't that just be nifty? That if they, suddenly became part of the UN. Uh, I kind of saw that. I spoke to a few people about it, and they were like, "What are you talking about?" A few of them thought they were already a member of the UN. A few of them, didn't even know that they wanted to get into the UN. So Again, what does that kind of go into it? Does that bring up a charter to where the UN versus NATO? I mean, there's a lot of people in both. The US is in both, So it's going to be an interesting time. Interesting time. What was that right there? So Hudson Valley, we all going to die Wednesday live stream before this one. Oh, okay, maybe that's where I got it from, or maybe they both do it. I don't know. I've been watching a little bit of Hudson Valley, and them guys are fun. They're good spirited, good people. Right there. Yep. And Palestine is not a nation state. They are not. Um, there's a lot into that one. Um, I even saw, and when it goes back into it, I forget who I was watching. Oh, okay. It's not gonna do it anyway. But they disagree with my point of, or my point of view, my opinion that both sides, after everything that's said and done, is claiming a win. And my opinion is both sides need to, you do this, we're going gloves off, other side, same thing, and just let it go. Okay. My opinion. Somebody else, I was watching their video, and their thing was if you attack, it'd be the same thing as somebody attacked the United States. And they use the analogy of Pearl Harbor. If the Japanese sent all their planes and everything to Pearl Harbor and we got them all before anything ever touched, Hawaii, then, we would still attack. And I'm like, it's not quite the same, because if you do it in that analogy, then we would have attacked Japan first, and then that was the retaliation. So I don't know. Again, if you disagree, you disagree. I get it. It's one of those things. The only thing that I would have to say is nobody here is the president, or some sort of security war council member of the Pentagon or anything that is going to make the decision. So we are armchair quarterbacking this whole thing. So as much as anybody is passionate about it, you could have the worst answer or the best answer. It's not going to matter. Okay. Sorry, we are the peons of this. We're just trying to survive whatever decision they decide to do. So let's see. Do I have the next one up? Okay, here we go. All right, let's do this one. So if I go here and press this thingy, and ready, 1, 2, 3. Great meme. When World War III starts and you're not invited. Sad. So sad. But I'm going to stay on this for just a second. So why? Well, he apparently caught that meme, and the U.S. now expresses deep concern that North Korea is conducting tests of highly destructive weapons capable of reaching the entire United States territory. Also, if you read the second paragraph, possibly the reason why the FAA issued a ground stop advisory for all Alaskan airline flights without a reason. Interesting, huh? Well, North Korea continues on the headlines because, again, when you start World War III and don't invite North Korea. So North Korea is now developing advanced bioweapons. Reports from inside the U.S. State Department suggest that North Korea has ramped up its germ warfare program, unveiling poison pens and sprays capable of dispersing smallpox and anthrax. Wow. Who knew? So interesting times we live in, right? Oh. And there's my long distance sister, Miss Marissa +1. And you better invite me to the party. Right there, Palestine is a population made up of Jews that were sent there from Poland during the Holocaust. Yes, very good. Thank you. Oh, and look at that. We got a super sticker. So thank you, Off Grid Master, for that. Greatly appreciated. So here we go. We're going right into it. Remember from a long time ago when we really started to dive into the daily news reports, that it seemed like North Korea would jump on the front page and then they were gone for a little while. Then they jumped back in. This seems to be right back of what they're doing. So, they've already going in and they're doing, what was it? Another spy satellite, I believe they're sending up, as well as some other things. And then now their germ warfare is ramping up and all this other stuff. So again, oh, look at that real quick. We're all invited to Marissa's party. So if you're out there into the Oklahoma area, and what is it? Is it 8 days, 9 days? Marissa's going to have one heck of a party, and we're all invited. So, okay, let's see. What's the next thing that I have? So let us stay onto the kind of bio thing for just a minute here and allow me to share this with you. So this might be a little hard to read for you, and I will do my best. So there is a new strain of monkeypox that has a pandemic potential discovered in Africa. So there's a biohazard alert, and it's basically down in the African Republic of Congo. And they go through and they detail into this. So from the beginning of the year to now, they're saying that there's 108 cases, but in 2022, the same disease spread to more than 100 countries, killing hundreds of people with a death rate of about 10%. So you tell me, what's going on over there? We're talking about a bunch of different things all at the same time. Seems kind of a little bit interesting. So yeah, figured I would come on and give you a little bit of stuff, but I'm going to share. Let's see. I think I have one more. Yes, I have one more to share with you guys, and then we'll get right into the Q&A. So again, if we kind of stick with that little bit of a bio thing, well, now the infectious diseases from rat urine is now on the rise in New York, as New York's health department has basically released a health advisory because they have been testing rat urine and it's sparking a lot. So, yeah, it just seems like the health crisis is going all over the world, and so there you have it. All right, let's bounce that out there. Okay, that's part of my fun new stuff that I'm going to try and incorporate a little bit. I went a little bit overboard probably for tonight. I only want to share like 2 or 3 things because again, this is live Q&A. This is for you guys. This is your show where you ask anything that you would like. It can be prepping related, whatever. Pretty much everything's on the table within reason. But it's all about you guys. And I did answer last week of what my favorite dinosaur is. So I have him here and prepared if that question does pop up. But and speaking of, we have the legendary The Orlando Prepper. Thank you, sir. It is great. And that whole thing about getting emails on uplifting, Mr. Orlando Prepper was thinking about me while watching a video, was like, hey, it looks like you're leaning into your microphone a lot on your videos. Here's a link of a really good one. And he was thinking about me, touched everything. But if you notice on mine, the way that I do my lives, I should be coming in and I don't have to lean in as close. That's because everybody's at the other end of the house with doors shut and everything, so I don't have to be quiet. So that's why I usually on the videos I'm all leaned in and really close. So, but I do appreciate it, sir. It is greatly appreciated. Rural does not have silver in my yard, but if you would like to come and turn over some soil for planting in a few weeks, yes, everybody's invited over. All right. Oh, who do we got? We got Susan right here. So I did read about those with the smallpox and the resistance to monkeypox. Yeah, there's a lot that's going on. A lot going on. Let's see. Did I get everything? Okay. So we've got pretty much the rest of everything for you guys. So whatever questions, comments, concern, topics, anything you would like to discuss or ask me, show's on you because I'm out of material until a little bit later. And otherwise, I will sit here and stare at the screen and it'll just be really awkward. So I leave it up to you guys. Show is now in your hands, which, by the way, I should have done this sooner. Tonight's t-shirt is the Liberty or Death. Do not tread on me from our friends over at SOE Tactical, John and Amanda. We always take and put their links down so that way if you would like to go check out their great products and apparel. I love SOE stuff, and so I will always stand behind. So, oh, look at that. Look at that right there. First question. You fired your same one back at me that I asked you. What is your favorite part of prepping? That's actually a twofold. So, my answer, if you would ask me last year, my favorite part of prepping is the constant learning in order to better myself and position myself so that way I can provide for my family. My goal when I really started prepping was that the world could be in utter chaos and my family would never even know that anything was going on. That was my entire goal. So yeah, now it is a twofold because I wanted to and it's going to sound strange, maybe. I don't know what the word is. I'm not trying to go biblical, but I had a calling kind of a thing. I had an urge, something speaking to me that I needed to do more, and that's why I started the channel. I am by no means an expert, but I figured that I can do something more. If I can help one person, then it's all completely worth it. And I do get those emails all the time of people. I won't say all the time. I get at least one or two really good emails a week from people that said, "Hey, I watched this, how-to video that you put out 6 months ago, and I was successful," or I almost did it, but I'm going to keep trying. Thank you, and things like that. Those are so uplifting. That really just motivates me to try even harder, that I can try and reach more people. So that's my two-part answer to that one. So I did get your second email. I believe I wrote you back. Maybe I didn't press send. I thought I did. Where we go? Did you read or listen to any of the I read part of them, and probably a very small part. I was focused a little bit on some other stuff. It is on my agenda to do, so I will probably not get to that to this weekend. If there is something really interesting in there that you think that I should pay attention to, by all means, send me an email, point something out. Or if there's something you would like to talk about tonight, by all means. How's the new job going? Interesting, you say. Actually, the new job technically does not start until June 1st. I'm still technically in training until somebody retires, which they don't make them like they used to. The gentleman that is retiring is 67 years old, and good on him. There's a lot of people that I see at other places that are 20, 22, and they don't want to do anything, and this guy is 67 and works full time and plugging right along. So, but I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. No, no apologies. My memory is not that good. So let's see. Dun, 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 dun. He is a baby at 67. Oh, all right. Oh, there it is. I let STP says hi to top. That's awesome. Everybody's got their own analogies. That is absolutely great. All right. So what else do you guys have? We'll see. Oh, I even went grape today. Usually don't go grape, but for some reason when I was at the store, grape just sounded really good. I haven't had grape in quite a while. So we went to the grape area, in which, let's see, what do we got? We got 13 in here. So real quick, while you guys are furiously typing questions away, I have wrote a number on here, and it's going to go right back here underneath the official Rural Report phone. And it is going to be a number between 0 and 500 because technically this is our 500th video. So we're going to be doing a giveaway. So start thinking of your number. Do not put it in the chat yet. Don't put it in the chat yet. We will do it at the very, very end. But start thinking of your number. Listening and filling out paperwork. What is in my bug out bag? I need to do a bug out bag video. I have done several of the small videos, get home bags, EDC bags. I've done a lot of EDC bags, from just giving you ideas to mini EDCs to the ultimate EDC, which was very, very popular. Probably one of my most popular videos. I probably need to do a bug out video. They're just really tough because of everything that's kind of in there. Because I am actually in the process, it's kind of funny you mentioned that, of kind of redoing my bug out bag and my inch bag. So my I'm never coming home bag. I'm trying to save weight and redundancy and different things like that. So um, it might be a good time to do that video. So thank you, Orlando, for bringing that up. It might be a really good one. Are you a frugal prepper or just buy what is available? A little bit of both. More frugal, um, but sometimes you have to buy what's available, and sometimes price. And I get it, times are tough. Sometimes price is not the thing. Um, if something is normally $2 and you're like, all right, I need to get a couple of these, and you walk in the store and they're 250, and you go, whoa, well, I'm just going to wait until they come back down. I'm not paying 250 for it. They may never be two again. If you may go ahead and buy them at 250, and a couple of years from now they're $5 a piece. So sometimes when you need something, you just pull the thing and go for it. Now, frugal, yeah, there's a lot of things that you can go into. You can get a lot of things from flea markets, from thrift stores, from marketplace. There's Etsy, a lot of small businesses. There's a lot of places that you can barter and trade and swap and everything else. So you don't have to buy the best of the best. I'm actually probably one of the unpopular YouTube channels because I don't support high brand names. You get what you can afford, and you got to make it work. You have to understand that you're at a disadvantage. Um, you know, it's one of those ones that, in my personal opinion, you have a 1990 whatever Ford Tempo versus a 2024 Ferrari. In a race from here to there, the Ferrari's probably going to win. It's a lot faster, more reliable, all that stuff. But if the point of the whole thing is to get across the finish line, they both probably will do it. So it's all in your comfort level. I'm never going to be a millionaire, more than likely. And so I've got to make do with what I can. And that's just the way it is. Um, does anybody want a kitten? Nope, nope, no apple juice for rural. That I leave straight to Orlando. Orlando loves his apple juice, and I'm sure he has a little bit now. So cheers, my friend. We will do that. Oh, and Texas has a question for the chat. So I am looking for land for my adult daughter, grandson, and myself. Could homestead on 1 to 2 acres. Is that too big? Okay, interesting. So we'll see what you guys have to say to that. I'm going to answer it as well. It depends on what you're looking for and what you plan on doing. There's a lot of people, especially in the older days, that 1 acre supported a family. It depends on how well you can go through and utilize your space. If you want a big yard for your grandchild to play in, you're really going to have to be creative. If you want a smaller yard to play in and more room for animals and crops, you're just going to have to be creative. Depending on what you're looking for, I wouldn't necessarily limit yourself, because land is a valuable asset. If you could, if you buy, let's say, 5 acres, and you suddenly realize that you can do it on two, well, then you always have those couple of acres that you can sell, or branch out on. Maybe you guys split, and you take 2 acres over here, and they take 2 acres over there, and you build two houses, and share the land in between. So I always go for bigger on land if you can afford it. But definitely 1 to 2 acres would be good. We'll see what everybody else has to say on that. There we go. So 2 acres isn't big. Get more if you can. See right there. Land is something that they don't make anymore. Buy all of it you can. Yep. Okay. I'm getting a lot of agreements. What's the most important medical first aid supply in your preps? Interesting. Um, so you narrowed it down to medical and first aid. That's a difficult question. I would have to say that it's going to be making sure that you have the thing that you need. So obviously, if you are on a life-saving prescription medication, you're on some sort of thyroid medication, insulin, different things that you have to have, things for your blood pressure. That's probably the most important. If we're taking those types of things out, then it's going to be probably, in my opinion, something to stop the bleed. As Bear likes to put it on his, air needs to go in and out, and blood needs to go round and round. And when you disrupt those things, bad things happen. It can't say it any easier than that. Usually something that is some sort of a trauma thing. So my thing would probably be tourniquet. That would be my opinion. We'll see what anybody else says. I'll need some of that gold for that. Texas, 2 to 3 acres is great. Small enough to handle, but big enough for livestock. Yep, very good. You're not digging for gold around here. No. Oh, look at that. We got Palmetto Paratrooper. Welcome. Thank you for stopping in. FDA and Dollar General issued a voluntary recall on their store brand cinnamon and turmeric. Yes, I saw Pinball talk about that. And he made some really, really great points. Really great points on all of that. But yeah, excess lead. And it goes into that thing right there. If you grow your own, you have a better understanding of what is in it. It's fresh. You grew it into your land. So this is just another thing. All the people that laugh and everything on preppers, why do you do all that? You can just run to the store. Well, your store bought's laced with lead. That's why I do it. What we got? So I started on 1.6 acres and now on 3.8. Well, congratulations for growing. That is awesome. Awesome. The average acreage depends on what you want to do. Very good point. You guys are running away in the chat. Oh, need some of the hot sauce. Oh, man, that's right. Sorry, I got to make a note. I got to look that up. I need some hot sauce as well, so I need to write that down so that way I can order some too. It's not grape, it's purple flavor. I think if I look at the ingredients, I think number 5 is purple, so you're probably right. Let's see. Yep. Refuge medical tourniquet. I actually, they shared, was it today or yesterday, a little meme of somebody, crying or whatever, and it says the face that you make when your friend says that they bought their tourniquet off Amazon. I was like, yeah, there's a handful of things that you cannot cheap out on, and a tourniquet is one of them. And the thing that I never understand, I know that money's tight, but that one off Amazon that I usually see, they're $12 to $15, where a really good, trusted, reliable one usually runs about 30. I mean, it's one of the things. Yeah, if you have to save up just that little bit extra, maybe if it takes you a while, it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it because those are a one and done sort of thing. So that will always be, you can't cheap out on a tourniquet. Dun. Okay. All right, so you guys are still firing away. So I will continue to let you do that as you remember. Caleb House is still scrolling along the bottom. And remember that in, let's go with 10, 12 minutes ish, we'll pick a random number. And then I will show you gas price predictions. Interesting. We'll see what everybody says. I made my New Year's or was it New Year's prediction video. Um, I look for at a minimum between $4 and $5 national average by the end of the year. We will see what happens with that. It may go over 5, but I would personally probably see it between 4 and 5. So we'll see how that goes. I hope not. I love cheap gas, but then again, I don't know anybody that likes to pay more expensive. And which brings me back to another point. The people that go on and have what do I want to say? They have a preconceived notion about people, and a lot of it on the younger generation. And so they think, they group everybody together. And I was actually at the gas station not long ago, and there was a young lady that was with another young lady, and they were getting gas. And the one asked the other one, they said, I wonder why on the price of gas on the sign for people, going down the road, why one is green and why the other is red. And there was a gentleman walking by that just laughed at him and just made fun of him. And I was like, you know what? These young ladies, they don't know that it's actually sincere. And so I told them why it is green and why it is red. And then they thanked me and, was like, oh, okay, makes sense. And off they went. And I'm like, if I wasn't there, that could have been a bad interaction. They would have now had a bad interaction with the older crowd. The older crowd would have thought the younger ones were whatever. And sometimes it is right place at the right time to be able to do something like that. I used to ask the lab tech for disposable tourniquets when I started out, and again, something is better than nothing. I hate to say it on this one. Um, there is reports of people. I mean, the old time thing was to use your belt. I've seen successful story here and there where people used a zip tie, used belts. If you have to use something and you do not have a tourniquet, something is better than just sitting there watching somebody bleed out, especially watching yourself bleed out. So, yeah. I mean, something. Again, we will continue to say don't cheap out on a tourniquet. That's the one thing that I will never say, if at all possible. 345 in your area today. It was 359 up here in Ohio, mid Ohio. Pinball said he thought 7 by summer. It very well could. It's got the probability. Again, with all the things going on, I know that we just went and put new sanctions onto Iran. It's going to depend, I think, what happens with Saudi Arabia. If Saudi Arabia suddenly drops and kind of sides with Iran, then definitely $7 would be completely doable. I don't know if it'll quite get to 7. I don't see the writing on the wall for that yet, but that's subject to change. He could very well be right. So we will see how all that goes. All right, what else? What else do you guys have? Because maybe I should have brought more material. I was actually going, maybe I shouldn't share material. These guys will probably have a ton of questions and everything. Oh, I don't know what I would do if I drove, started to work in the morning and glanced over and saw $7 a gallon. I mean, I'm watching different things of the poverty rating is going, much, much higher. There was, what was it? Was it U.S. Bank? It was one of the banks They reported a loss. I forget what the loss was, 2.8% or something like that, and they're fearing that by summer it's going to be massive because the amount of people that's not going to be able to pay their credit card debt and different other things. So yeah, I think summer is the fuse is lit. We'll go with that. You should do a video on your camping overnight and what is in your bag for SHTF, and you had to stay. Um, I started to do that on my $50 Walmart challenge. I was interrupted with a kind of, uh, I thought family emergency at the time. Luckily, it was not. Uh, but I do need to revisit that. So thank you for bringing that up. I was all set up in that video. If you haven't seen it, go check that out. I took $50 into Walmart and bought everything that I possibly could under the $50 Walmart challenge rules for the game. I had food, water, shelter, all that. I had everything set up. If you go watch the video, I had a sleeping area set up. I had a fire going. I was eating some gummy bears on a stick, roasting them over a fire with some water boiling. I was good. But I got a call and I had to end that one a little bit too early. But yeah, I do need to revisit that. The Saudis hate Iran, but they are getting off the petrodollar in favor of BRICS. Yes, and I should correct myself on that. So thank you, Susan. Um, Side with Iran. I don't think they're going to become best friends. But can Iran or other Iranian friends offer something better than what we can? We'll see how that goes. Doesn't mean that they have to be best friends with Iran. Maybe they're going to become best friends with China, which China will say, hey, by the way, do this. So, yeah, good point pointing that out. I think gas up here costs 2 cod an halibut. I guess you have to be a good fisherman up there to get some gas. The gas a few miles away was 287. If I send you a gas can, will you mail me some gas? I bet you would. I bet you would. Yes. We got here 349 for gasoline and 459 for diesel. Yeah, I saw diesel's been creeping up a little bit. It's going to be interesting to see what goes on with that because usually gas and diesel kind of went hand in hand. And as you see, it's going a little bit bigger, and I appreciate it. I know if you could, you would. Okay, where are we at? We're close enough. So, um, I got a letter from our knife making friend who again wishes to and will remain anonymous. Has sent me a care package. And in that, I have a typed letter that says there is a second care package on the way. Hopefully, will be in time for the Caleb House or the Caleb House auction. So we will see how all that goes. But in this instance here, they have sent me 4. And so what I'm going to do when we do this, not yet, don't do it yet. I'm going to show you 4 options. And then when I tell you to, you guys can start typing your numbers in. Not yet. And then if you are the lucky chosen picked one, then you will be able to pick one of 4. You will get said blade as well as a couple other little goodies that I'm not going to tell you will be in a package. And this is just going to be in celebration of our 500th video. So good on you guys. A lot of you have been with me for a long, long time, and I greatly appreciate that. So let's go because I have 4. Again, I don't know how well this is going to do with the ring light and all that, but we'll see. So number 1, we are going to call it the red one because the sheath is red. And all of these are danglers, I believe. And I love the danglers. But look at the coloring on this. You ready? Look at the coloring. That is absolutely gorgeous. Notice the little soda opener down here. It's got the beveled top, but I don't know if that does that justice. That is a kind of a reddish pink in there with the blue. Now, the ones that he sent me, these are, I believe, 8-inch from tip to bottom. These barely fit comfortably, but I have very big hands. But there you go. So these are kind of a smaller cutter. I wouldn't say anything like fillet or anything because they're obviously not bendable, but these are more of a cutter. They are very, very sharp. They are all Damascus, if you can see right there. So that will be the red one. That is red option. And then we will have option blue because of the blue sheath right there. Beautiful. Again with the dangler. This one is heavy. This one's chunky. I don't know if that does that justice. But even though this one is a kind of a shorter blade and a longer handle, this one is very, very chunky and heavy. Definitely the heaviest one out of the whole thing. But beautiful, beautiful design. That's probably the best thing or best angle so you can actually see. But there you go. That is option blue. Put that down. Option, we'll call this one brown because it has a brown sheath. Again with the dangler. See if I can get that to kind of show the design there of that. And then this one has a very orange and pink. See if I can get it. So you can get somewhat of the got a little bit of it, but it is good. Again, this is kind of that 8-inch, so still good, still good. So we will put that over there. And then the last one we are going to dub option tiny. And this one is actually kind of cool. So this is why I call it option tiny. So the other ones are kind of like 8-inch blades. And there's the thing of it. And let me show you what, and this one's kind of cool because this one gives you a safety over top. There it is. Look at option tiny. It is blue. It is very, very beautiful. And I tell you, the way that this is so long, I mean, and here's my thing. This barely gets a third finger on here. But this is sharp, lightweight. You can do a heck of a lot. Oh, I said they were all danglers. This one is not a dangler. This one's just a belt. But still very, very cool. And I will put that on there and put it back into the snap. So when we do this, again, you have option red, option blue, option brown, or tiny, whichever one you would like. And I will throw goodies up into there with it. Let's make sure. I think it all is a good reminder. Where did my mouse go? To keep prepping. Yes. Excellent. Excellent. Gave a bucket full of rhubarb crowns to office ladies at the doctor's office. You would have thought they won the lottery. Yeah, I do that at work. I bring in some different tomatoes and different other things. And yeah, some of them people, they go, absolutely. Good Skinner. Yeah. Yeah. Some of these, they're all very, very sharp. Very, very sharp. Be still. I know Texas loves his blades. All right, so we are getting into it. So let's go ahead and do it. So I have already pre-written a number on here. I'm going to hold it right here so that way you will see that I'm going to open it up. The number's there, and I am not just writing down a random number. So it is now open. It'll stay open for, let's say, 60 seconds. There's over 10 of you in here, so it shouldn't be too bad for everybody to guess. So go ahead, 0 to 500. Closest one gets it. We'll go closest one, period. You can be under, you can be over, anything along those lines. So we got 5, we got 15. So we got 2 votes in. Anybody else? Anybody? If you want in, absolutely free of charge. 25, 112, 13, 235 from Mr. Leonard Mountain Homestead. Bearded brother there. Great to see you. You were lurking in the shadows. Dun, dun, dun. Give it another 25, 30 seconds here. Dun, dun. Anybody else? Anybody? Now's your chance. If you would like to have your option of one of those beautiful blades, let me know. The other ones that he is sending me are going to be like, hopefully I don't knock anything open, the bigger ones. This one is the one that's going to go for the Caleb house, but see how big that is. These are going to be the other ones. So I got some of the smaller ones as kind of like a first round, so to speak. So, all right, I have not seen anybody else after Mr. Leonard. Okay, so we got Off-Grid Master 367. Anybody else? We're going to call it last final anything, which reminds me, I did do the precious metals auction. I paid for the upgraded shipping, which was supposed to guarantee my package being here on Wednesday. I live rurally, and I did not think that was going to happen. And it said Monday I was going to get it Wednesday, Tuesday I was going to get it Wednesday, Wednesday morning I was going to get it Wednesday, and then no, it says tomorrow. So I will have to wait and share it with you guys later. I did buy some really neat stuff this time around, so I'm excited to show and share it with you. But here we go. Let's open it up. And the number 102. 102. Who's closest? Who's closest? Is that Mr. Genesis? I believe it is Mr. Genesis. Yes, that looks like Mr. Genesis won. So, Mr. Genesis, congratulations to you, sir. Hopefully your stream is still good and that you are still with us. Make your choice, my friend, of which blade you would like. And I will send you a little care goodie package. Hopefully he is still with us and he didn't drop off. Hopefully. Oh, and I do want to remind everybody that the seed exchange is still going on. If you would like to get involved, send me your list with a self-addressed stamped envelope. Or if you know anybody that needs seeds, please go through and tell them to get in contact with me, or you get in contact with me if they're too shy or whatever, so we can help them. Yes, Mr. Genesis, you won, my friend. So you pick out which one you would like. And yeah, I agree. Right there. Those knives are sexy. I love that. Did I get it? Yes, sir. You did it. Yeah, I've been having problems too. Hopefully it's not on my end. I tried to fix. I saw there in the very beginning that it was actually on my end at the start, but I think I got it all fixed because I haven't seen anything pop up saying that my stream, on at least on my end, is bad. But yes, Mr. Genesis. Oh, there we go. We got a wow, thank you. So yes, pick out whichever one you would like, sir. And we are getting to the end. So either drop it in the chat of which one you would like, red, blue, brown, or tiny. Or just send me an email. You've got my email, brother. You can send me whatever you want, and we will get that out to you, as well as a little bit of a care package. Again, as we wrap everything up, I want to say again a heartfelt thank you to all of you. I really look forward to this each and every week. You guys mean a lot to me, a lot more than you guys know. This really feels kind of like family, coming on here and being able to talk and share with you guys. Again, the Caleb House thing is going on, so if you can do that, please do so. If you can't, we completely understand. And then we will be doing our other Caleb House event, but that's for a couple of weeks, so I will catch you up when that goes down. What else am I forgetting? Oh, and the contest for Caleb House is midnight this Saturday. So you do still have a few more days if you get paid on Friday. If you can spare $1, that gets you entered in to win that one knife that I showed you, that really big, beautiful blade. So JS Genesis likes the blue one. So where did that go? Oh, right there. Blue. Okay, blue is yours, 100%. It's right here. It is down. It is gone, sold, done for the 500th video of the Rural Report channel. The winner goes to Mr. JS Genesis Designs. So I completely thank you for doing that. And I love that right there. You and your family mean a lot to us, Miss Susan. I appreciate that so much. You guys really do. I brag on you guys a lot. That I'm going to say it now. I have the best darn subscribers there is. So, and again, for anybody that's on the replay crew, drop replay down in the chat so I know. I know that sometimes being this late at night on the middle of the week is kind of crazy and they can't do it. But I know there's a lot of people that end up catching this on the replay. So I greatly appreciate you guys too. You are not left out. No, I am not doing a Chuck Norris meme. And shalom. Live feed made me homesick. I'll be home on Friday. So safe travels, my friend. Congratulations again to you. I greatly appreciate it. We're going to be doing some more things, but we are out of time for tonight. So again, thank you guys so much. You guys are absolutely beautiful. You are awesome. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for everything that you guys do. I am blessed to have such good people. You guys mean a lot to me. You guys do a lot to help out and help others, whether it's in the chat or whatever. So again, thank you. So with that, stay tuned because there is definitely more information to come. And if you made it to this far, you rock. Appreciate it. And above everything else, please remember to remain united because we're all prepping in this together.